Alex, barely a silhouette against the glow of his laptop, nursed a lukewarm coffee, the bitter taste a fitting metaphor for his current reality. It was 2024, and the grand entrepreneurial dreams he'd once harbored felt increasingly like distant echoes in the cavern of his small, sparsely furnished apartment. Every idea, every late-night coding session, every meticulously crafted business plan seemed to dissolve into the ruthless void of financial instability. The eviction notice, a stark white rectangle tacked to his refrigerator, served as a constant, icy reminder of his precarious footing. His family, once his greatest cheerleaders, now offered only thinly veiled pity and unsolicited advice, their silence often more deafening than their words, each unspoken judgment a fresh wound on his already frayed ambition. Desperate for a lifeline, Alex turned to Marcus, a name whispered with reverence in certain circles. Marcus, a titan of industry in his prime, had built an empire from seemingly nothing, only to retreat into a reclusive existence. His wisdom now dispensed sparingly from a sprawling, almost Gothic estate on the city's outskirts. Alex, clutching a worn notebook filled with nascent ideas, hoped for guidance, for a spark to reignite his fading hope. Marcus, with eyes that held the weight of countless market shifts and fallen empires, listened intently, a faint, almost imperceptible smirk playing on his lips. His advice, delivered in a low, gravelly voice, spoke of inevitable market shifts and the futility of chasing traditional income streams. He painted a bleak picture of the coming years, subtly steering Alex away from the very digital ventures Alex found most intriguing, hinting at a future only he, Marcus, could truly comprehend. Alex, though initially swayed by Marcus's gravitas, felt an unsettling undercurrent beneath the mentor's words. It was a faint discord, a whisper of doubt that grew louder with each passing day. He found himself inexplicably drawn to obscure corners of the internet, digital forums humming with hushed conversations about emerging economic landscapes. Here, amidst the anonymity of usernames and avatars, he stumbled upon a vibrant online community discussing revolutionary income streams poised to explode by 2026. These were not the tired, conventional paths Marcus had warned him against, but innovative, almost futuristic avenues: decentralized finance, AI-powered content creation, hyper-personalized education. For the first time in months, a glimmer of genuine hope ignited within him, a sense of belonging among fellow visionaries who saw opportunity where others saw only chaos. The true nature of Marcus's counsel, however, soon revealed itself in a betrayal that cut deeper than any financial setback. Through painstaking digital sleuthing, Alex uncovered a series of covert investments. Marcus, the sage who had preached caution and conservatism, was quietly, systematically acquiring stakes in the very ventures he had advised Alex to avoid. He was not merely offering guidance. He was subtly stifling competition, clearing his own path while sowing seeds of doubt in others. The realization hit Alex with the force of a physical blow. The seemingly benevolent mentor was a wolf in sheep's clothing, manipulating the market from the shadows, using his influence to crush nascent talent. A burning desire for justice, for vindication, ignited within Alex, transforming his despair into a fierce resolve. He would not only survive, but thrive, proving Marcus wrong and exposing his deceit. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. The confrontation with Marcus was inevitable, a storm Alex had seen brewing on the horizon. When he finally stood before the older man, the air crackled with unspoken accusations. Marcus, perched in his opulent study, merely offered a patronizing smile, dismissing Alex's evidence with a wave of his hand. "Childish fantasies, Alex," he drawled, his voice dripping with condescension. "The market is a beast, untamed by your naive ideals. You'll learn." That dismissive arrogance, however, only solidified Alex's resolve. He would not just learn, he would conquer, and in doing so, expose the hollow core of Marcus's supposed wisdom. His first foray into the six-pronged strategy was digital real estate, a landscape as vast and volatile as any physical market. Alex plunged in, initially overwhelmed by the sheer volume of data, the complex algorithms, and the rapid fluctuations. He invested a small sum, a calculated risk, only to see it dip sharply within weeks. Frustration gnawed at him, but the online community, his haven of shared ambition, provided a lifeline. They shared strategies, dissected market trends, and offered encouragement, transforming setbacks into learning opportunities. Slowly, painstakingly, Alex began to understand the nuances, turning his initial losses into invaluable lessons. Next, Alex delved into AI-powered content creation, a field brimming with both promise and ethical quandaries. He experimented with various platforms, generating articles, scripts, and marketing copy. The efficiency was undeniable, but the initial outputs felt sterile, lacking the human touch. He grappled with the notion of authenticity, questioning where the line lay between intelligent assistance and genuine creativity. Through iterative refinement and a commitment to integrating his unique voice into the AI's framework, he found a balance, crafting compelling content that resonated with audiences, all while navigating the rapidly evolving ethical landscape of artificial intelligence.
The third frontier beckoned: decentralized finance, or DeFi staking. This was a world of smart contracts, liquidity pools, and volatile digital assets. The potential returns were astronomical, but so were the risks. Alex spent weeks poring over white papers, understanding the underlying blockchain technology, and assessing various protocols. He started small,
Staking a modest amount in a reputable platform, meticulously monitoring its performance. The thrill of watching his digital assets grow, albeit with inherent market fluctuations, was intoxicating, a stark contrast to the stagnant returns of traditional banking. He learned to manage risk, to diversify, and to remain vigilant in this rapidly evolving financial ecosystem. Recognizing the undeniable shift towards a greener future, Alex allocated a portion of his growing capital to sustainable tech investments. He researched early-stage startups focused on renewable energy, carbon capture, and eco-friendly manufacturing. This wasn't merely about profit, it was about impact. He learned to identify companies with genuine innovation and strong ethical leadership, understanding that long-term sustainability often correlated with long-term financial growth. This avenue, though slower to yield immediate returns, offered a profound sense of purpose. Simultaneously, Alex began building his personal brand, recognizing the power of the creator economy. He started a small blog and a series of short videos documenting his journey, sharing his insights into these emerging income streams. He wasn't just generating content, he was building a community, connecting with aspiring entrepreneurs who resonated with his story. The monetization came naturally through affiliate marketing, sponsored content, and eventually his own digital products. This direct connection with his audience proved unexpectedly rewarding, fostering loyalty and expanding his influence. Finally, Alex identified the sixth opportunity: hyper-personalized education platforms. He saw the growing demand for bespoke learning experiences, tailored to individual needs and career paths. He invested in a startup that used AI to create adaptive learning modules, connecting learners with expert mentors in niche fields. He saw the future in specialized knowledge delivered efficiently and effectively, a direct counter to the one-size-fits-all model of traditional education. Just as Alex felt a surge of momentum, a cryptic, anonymous message appeared in his inbox. "He's watching. Don't think for a moment his claws aren't still out." The words, though vague, sent a shiver down his spine. Marcus. The shadow still loomed, a constant reminder that his battle was far from over. This wasn't just about financial independence anymore. It was about proving a point, not just to Marcus, but to himself and to everyone who dared to dream beyond the conventional. The stakes had just been raised. The tension in the grand auditorium was palpable, a charged atmosphere that hummed with anticipation. Alex, standing before a packed house of investors, tech enthusiasts, and media, felt an exhilarating mix of nerves and conviction. This was the moment, the public presentation of his diversified income portfolio, the culmination of relentless effort and unwavering belief. Each slide projected behind him showcased a success story, a testament to the viability of digital real estate, the ingenuity of AI-powered content, the robust growth of DeFi staking, the ethical returns from sustainable tech, the vibrant community built through creator economy monetization, and the burgeoning potential of hyper-personalized education platforms. His voice, clear and confident, articulated the intricate dance between these 6 streams, demonstrating their synergistic strength. The murmurs of approval rippled through the audience, a stark contrast to the skepticism he had faced just 2 years prior. Then, from the back of the room, a familiar, sneering voice cut through the applause. Marcus, impeccably dressed but with eyes that gleamed with thinly veiled malice, rose to his feet. "Impressive theatrics, young man," he drawled, his tone dripping with condescension. "But these are ephemeral trends, digital castles built on sand. Where's the real value, the tangible assets?" His carefully chosen words aimed to sow doubt, to undermine Alex's meticulously constructed narrative. The audience shifted uneasily, a few heads turning towards Marcus, acknowledging his past influence. Alex, however, was prepared. He met Marcus's gaze, a quiet fire in his eyes. "Real value, Marcus," Alex began, his voice resonating with newfound authority, "lies not just in what you can touch, but in what you can build, and what you can build with integrity." He clicked to a new slide, displaying irrefutable data. Audited financial reports, growth projections, and testimonials from countless individuals who had found success by following his methods. He presented concrete evidence of the stability and scalability of each income stream, backing every claim with meticulous detail. Then, with a calculated pause, Alex unveiled the final, devastating slide. It was a comparative analysis, meticulously detailing Marcus's own investment portfolio from 2024 to 2026. The data exposed Marcus's initial investments in the very nascent markets he had discouraged Alex from pursuing, followed by a dramatic decline in his returns as he clung to outdated models, unable to adapt. The manipulation, the patronizing advice, the attempts to stifle innovation, it all became shockingly clear. A collective gasp swept through the room as the audience grasped the full extent of Marcus's deceit and subsequent failure. Marcus, his face paling, sank back into his seat, utterly discredited. The sweet taste of redemption washed over Alex, not as triumph over an adversary, but as vindication of a vision. He hadn't just secured his own financial future, he had, in that very moment, inspired a generation. The applause erupted, thunderous and genuine, a testament to the power of integrity and adaptability. Alex had proven that genuine success was not about hoarding knowledge or manipulating markets, but about embracing change, fostering community, and building with purpose. From that pivotal moment, Alex's journey transformed into a legacy. He established the Innovators Nexus, a foundation dedicated to mentoring aspiring entrepreneurs. Through workshops, online courses, and a thriving digital community, he shared his hard-won knowledge of the 6 income streams, guiding others to navigate the complexities of the evolving financial landscape. He fostered a new generation of ethical innovators, individuals who understood that profit and purpose could coexist, and that true wealth lay in empowerment and shared growth. Alex, now free from the lingering shadow of doubt and the spectre of deceit, looked towards a future built entirely on his own terms. His small apartment had given way to a life of abundance, but more importantly, a life of profound impact. He had transformed personal struggle into a collective triumph, proving that even in the face of betrayal, innovation, resilience, and integrity could pave the way for extraordinary success. The enduring impact of Alex's journey rippled far beyond the confines of that auditorium. By 2026, the 6 income streams he championed — digital real estate, AI-powered content creation, DeFi staking, sustainable tech investments, creator economy monetization, and hyper-personalized education platforms — had indeed become the bedrock of financial independence for countless individuals. His story, a dramatic tale of a young man's battle against adversity and manipulation, served as a powerful testament to the transformative potential of foresight, courage, and an unwavering belief in a brighter, more equitable financial future.